Hey guys, it's Respect. Let's discuss Marathon's upcoming ranked mode and speculate how it could work looking at other games within the genre. There's been a lot of interest lately on what Bungie actually means when they're talking about ranked in a game like this. Let's start off with standard matchmaking. From a recent interview of Marathon's assistant game director Del Shafe, there's not going to be skill-based matchmaking based on traditional skill metrics, but there's going to be matchmaking based on your runner level, which is an aggregate of how much time you put into the game and how much experience you've earned. So there you have it. The standard matchmaking won't use an MMR like we see in games like Apex, Valorant, Call of Duty. Instead, it'll match players based on their runner level, which should reflect how experienced you are within the game. They believe this will help protect new players from more skilled players, but also leaves the ranked mode itself wide open for speculation. However, they also mentioned at the moment there's not a system against smurfing and that they're going to test the matchmaking system in the alpha and go from there. So how does rank even work in extraction shooters? Since Bungie hasn't given full details yet, the best way to predict what ranked might look like is by looking at another extraction PvEVP that has already added this feature, although it's not perfect. And that game is Dark and Darker. Although it's not a shooter, it's still an extraction loot based game. In Dark and Darker, there's a specific ranked mode called High Roller, and here's how it works. The way you rank up in their system is that you get adventure points, which you gain through practically everything you do within the match, from killing players, monsters, and extracting loot. To be able to search in their High Roller ranked playlist, there's a few qualifications. You'll need enough in-game currency to pay the entry fee to match. You must meet the minimum gear score requirement before you can queue. So for example, you may need all blue tiered loot at the least in Marathon, so no going in naked. And an AP entry fee that varies on your rank within the season, similar to how Apex starts you off with a negative score. So in Dark and Darker, the stakes are already raised by requiring you to bring in decent gear, but all the rewards will be much higher as well. The enemies are tougher, the players are guaranteed to be better geared, and the loot is way more valuable. Therefore, if you die early in the run, you lose both the gold fee and the AP fee. Plus, you lose any gear you brought into the run. It's basically higher risk, higher reward. Dark and Darker also doesn't match based on MMR or rank. It's very possible Bungie takes a few elements from the system for Marathon, or be the pioneer and create an entirely new ranking system for the genre. So why even add a ranking system to an extraction shooter anyways? In my opinion, I'm all for one. Having a true ranked mode can be a lot of fun to grind and give players an extra layer of meaning. It's not about just surviving and farming the best gear, it's about proving your consistency over multiple matches. It creates a different type of tension and can be a huge motivator for players who stick with the game long term. With the seasonal wipe looking to be every 3 months, we can expect your rank to also reset along with it, possibly earning some sort of cosmetic reward at the end of each season based on your final placing. Whether it's a skin, title, or emblem, it would be cool to see that recognition. And if they go with a gear score requirement or not to enter ranked, it'll be interesting to see if a meta forms specifically in ranked for players' loadouts. Also let us know how you'd like your rank to be represented in a tiered division like bronze, silver, gold, similar to what Bungie has done since Halo Reach, or perhaps go back to using numbers and symbols from the earlier Halo days. Let's close out with the topic of cheaters and exploits. It's a known issue within this genre, with it heavily being an issue within Tarkov. Bungie has said they've made changes with the Tiger engine and will be supporting dedicated servers for Marathon. Del Shafe also goes into that they're totally investing in an anti-cheat. They're taking it seriously as a studio. Other than that comment, he didn't want to go into too much details on exactly how the Battle Eye anti-cheat will work. But what about from the player's perspective? What if you die to a cheater? Will you be compensated in some way? He mentioned that it's a topic of discussion within development, and they're still working out how they'll be approaching the situation. In the same interview, he mentioned they do not have current plans for adding kill cams, but that topic has been a conversation within the studio, which I hope it does make its way into the game, as it allows the player to make their own judgment call on reporting cheaters. With one, you'll be able to see if the enemy's movement is natural or if he's just snapping to players. Currently, they don't have any plans to combat real money trading or RMT. For example, you could buy this stacked gold quality gun from a third-party website, have the seller join your lobby and drop it for you in the match. You would still have to extract with it, but Del Shafe is saying that they're aware of this issue and it's on their radar. They just can't talk about it right now. Lastly, there's mention of disconnect recovery, so if a game detects a disconnect, you're given the option to rejoin. That'll wrap up the video. Let me know if you're going to play ranked or just enjoy the standard mode. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.